Hey there. Are you still in search of the perfect gift for your wife this Christmas? Well, I'm Leslie Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project and owner of Foundations Coaching. And I have an idea for a gift that will not just be the best gift for this Christmas, it's going to be the best gift forever and for your marriage as well. And if you're interested, that magical gift is acceptance. Because I've learned over the course of my 20 years working in the relationship field that the biggest challenge to a successful relationship is understanding that you are now, always have been, and always will be two different people. The trick is figuring out how to make room for you both. And please understand, a good relationship has to include both of you. And this is where people get stuck. Because in truth, we all want things our way. If I could get everybody to live in Leslie land, I'd be happy. I'd be thrilled 100% of the time. The problem is I can only get people to live in Leslie land for maybe a few minutes, maybe a few hours at a time. Because everybody else has their own experiences, perspectives, desires, and it's really okay. You do not have to agree on everything. In fact, there is no way that you and your wife will always agree. That is a completely unrealistic expectation. Get it out of your head right now. Stop thinking about it. The goal is to accept who you each are as people. Now, please, I also want to make sure that accepting who somebody is as a person does not mean accepting inappropriate behavior. Those are two different things. But when the two of you have a different perspective on something, as long as it's grounded in the same set of facts, then both positions are equally valid. Now, your wife may experience things that you have no idea why she feels the way she feels. And by the way, you've probably felt the same way where maybe she doesn't understand or accept something about you. And this becomes a source of tension. But when you can accept who the other person is, please note, I'm not talking about accepting inappropriate behavior, but this is where you can build a really, really strong relationship. And this requires consideration, meaning that I'm taking into account the things that you say you enjoy, the things that you say bother you, the things that you want. It's safe to come to me with all of that. And that's the other piece, the validation piece, where it's really okay to bring anything to the table. And, it's we don't see ourselves, we don't see, this frequently happens with our family where our spouse will have a different experience of our family than we have because they came into it at a different time frame. It doesn't mean that their experience is any less valid, it's just different. And one of the things that makes people feel loved and safe and seen is validation. And a lot of people try to solve problems or try to address an issue before both parties' positions and feelings and experiences have been validated. I do not have to experience the same thing you do to validate that this was your experience. We handle things differently. This is a product of our personality, it's a product of our experiences, it's a product of all kinds of things. And when you can open up your mind and your heart to the fact that because your wife has different experiences than you doesn't mean she's better, worse, right, wrong. It's none of that. But until she feels validated, until she feels accepted, it's going to be really hard to have a healthy relationship. And please note, this also is in reverse. Accepting you is important. There are a lot of times, there was a musical many years ago called I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. And this is what happens, is that instead of accepting the person who is standing right in front of me, I want to accept the person that I want you to be, which means I'm holding you to a standard that either one, you haven't agreed to, or two, I can't do. And when we can accept each other, truly accept each other, and again, please note, I'm not talking about unacceptable behavior. I'm talking about who the person is. And if you cannot fully accept your partner, or if your partner doesn't fully accept you, you guys are going to constantly be at odds, whether it's your views about money, your views about intimacy, how to raise the children, where to spend the holidays, you name it, it's all going to come back to this. So the greatest gift, the one that will last a lifetime and have a great return on investment for your marriage, is acceptance. So I would love to know your thoughts about this. If you like these videos, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. If there's something that you're really struggling to either understand or accept about your partner, or your partner is unable or can't accept about you, let me know. Put something down in the comments, send me a direct message, let me know so that I can help you figure out how to get through that. But the fact that this person is different from you needs to be accepted as a given. It is not a problem. It is just life that this is going to happen, and how well you guys manage this is going to set you up for success or failure. And by the way, acceptance doesn't cost a dime. It might cost some time and energy and introspection on your part, but it actually does not cost any money. And I'm going to tell you, the return on that is thousandfold. So hopefully you found this helpful, and until next week, stay loving.